What's up, Purgers? It's that time again. We're getting later in the season. Major characters are dropping like flies, and we've got a very important question. Should I stay or should I go? So stick around.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Y'all know what that siren means. It's that time again. We got a full team with us, an even fuller team, actually. We've got another special guest.
He's gonna protect us.
Joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, as always, it's Tuesday night. Y'all know what it is. It's the Purge After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV. My name's Ty Matthews, and I am joined by all three of my favorite co-hosts. Let's start down at the end of the table. You can find them on the Total Divas After Show as well as My Hero Academia. Ladies and gentlemen, Ollie Drennan.
So happy everyone's back. It's a reunion.
That's
it's almost at Purge Night.
That's right. To his right. Also on the My Hero Academia After Show, she'll be here later on with
my amazing commentary.
Exactly. I completely lost my train of thought. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jamie Gray.
What's up, guys?
I was stuck in season 1 mode. I was just going to be back in News and Gossip. I was like, wait a minute. Nope. Man of News and Gossip. To my left, you can find him on the This Is Us After Show right after this one. That's quite a tonal shift. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Danny Royce.
What's good, everybody? It's so great to be back.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm just so excited. I'm so excited about everything in the studio. And Jamie, can you introduce us to your friend here?
Yes, guys, this is our special weapon. Now you're privileged to know his name because we can't tell everyone all of our business, who we are, ID and all that. This is Trunks. This is my pet child.
Trunks.
Yes.
Welcome, Trunks, to the show.
Trunk's gonna purge tonight.
We had a man for all y'all for if anyone didn't catch the show last week, we had an amazing guest in studio, director Jen McGowan, who directed last week's episode, Happy Holidays. Be sure to check that out. YouTube, iTunes, all that good stuff. But let's talk about season 2, episode 7. Should I stay or should I go? General thoughts on the episode. What did y'all think?
Man, I enjoyed it. I actually was on the edge of my seat. I actually enjoyed everyone's story this time. Sometimes, some stories are lacking a little bit.
Sure.
Ryan. Oh, wow. Jinx. Yum me a soda.
Boring.
But yeah, this time it was actually really nice. I was enjoying the whole time.
Yeah, for sure. What do you guys think?
This episode gave me anxiety like no other. It was just the scenes with Esme and Ryan, but also, the scenes with Kellen
and Ben.
Yes. And I was really rooting for Kellen. I already see people in the live chat like, she had it coming. No, she didn't. And I know we'll get into that, but that's just where my heart and mind is right now. So, yeah.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
No, I agree. Like, time is flying, literally. Like, we're already at episode 7. The season's almost over.
Things are ramping up, y'all.
Sorry.
God.
So much going on.
No, and then we'll talk about the fact that there was literally a time jump at the end of the episode, which was crazy.
Right.
What the hell of a
We're down to 2 days left.
This is a fun show to watch with people because I got to watch it with you guys tonight, and it's really fun to see everyone's reactions. We're all doing our predictions as the show's going on.
Right.
She's gonna get hit. She's gonna do this. This is gonna happen. He's gonna kill her. It was a lot of fun tonight.
Well, you kind of got that sort of if y'all have seen The Devil's Rejects, if anyone out there has seen The Devil's Rejects or other, Final Destination used this a lot. As soon as it got to that wide shot when she was on the road, you're like, oh no, this ain't looking good for Kellen.
I think we've seen too many women get hit by cars. And
why women?
Media. Right. It's always the women.
I will say this episode was more predictable to me than in the past episodes.
Okay.
It just kind of set things up. I was like, okay, I knew when things were coming, but I didn't know how drastic it would be.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, exactly.
No, and I think Trunks agrees.
He
too.
did.
He was
He chimed in.
No, he's crazy. He's mad at the chat. He's like,
y'all heard that?
Kellen did not have it coming. He's mad at you guys.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's start off with Ben and Kellen. Where we left off, Kellen found the God mask, the campus killer mask in Ben's luggage, and once he wakes up, he sees that she's trying to make a run for it. She's trying to call $100+ rideshare to get her home.
Right.
Poor thing.
I imagine it was just he noticed that the mask was put back in the wrong way, which I'm like, Come on, man.
Sick.
Like, that's rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah. I mean, that's the last thing you're thinking about. Like, oh, I'm going to put this exactly back where I found it.
You gotta...
no, she should have done better. Kellen, come on now.
If you're in the room with who you know now is a serial killer, an off-purge serial killer.
Right.
I would have wiped my fingerprints. Yeah. And I would have made sure.
I would have made a better, what did she say? She had something to do in school. I mean,
find a
better excuse. Like,
exactly.
My mom is sick, or I gotta go. Like something that you gotta like get out of there.
It was awkward though too, because did anyone else get like suspect vibes from the
mom? Yes.
Mama
really?
Ben?
She was like,
She was like, oh no, he's gonna take you.
No.
Yeah, like, excuse me, mom, who's not mine.
So I got predictions.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all.
I got a little creepy vibe.
Maybe that's why Ben's so crazy, because Mama is crazy too.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think that she is on the kind of same side as Ben, where she has like a loose screw like Ben does, but it just does seem like she's a little forceful. Like, that might be why his personality is like that. How he was kind of forceful with.
I think it was just unfortunate timing. I think that mom is at this point, I mean, you know, Ben's been gone. He's been at school for so long. She's kind of clueless about what's going on and the changes in his personality. So I think she was just being protective of Kellen. Like, no, let my baby protect you. Let my baby drive you, you know? She even
I was going to say, I don't know. I got suspect.
a little bit.
Let us know what y'all think in the chat. Yes. But man, the way that the energy changed in that room when Ben came into the room and everyone kind of knew, everyone except Mrs. Gardner, really, everyone sort of knew like where everyone was. That was rough.
Intense.
That was awkward.
Intense. I mean, I didn't like that she was being so forceful with Kellen. I just felt so bad for her, because I felt she just didn't know what decision to make in that split moment, and it just showed. Because for me, I'm like, if that's your boyfriend, whether that's the mom there or not, but it's like, just show like a little bit of a personality, just to say, hey, I don't want to go here. Like, I just feel like a girlfriend would speak her mind.
Right.
But Kellen knows that how suspicious would it be if you're gonna sit there and argue about taking $117 ride.
Right.
Like,
That's true.
I mean, I would have just left.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have to say nothing to the mom. I would have just walked out the front door.
Exactly. Where's the nearest like neighbor or gas station or something like that? Exactly.
Right.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, for sure.
Don't date someone who lives in the middle. Well, his family lives in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
It's never gonna end well.
But God, that intensity that Ben's been showing over the season, just ramping up more and more and more.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that car ride.
Oh my God,
that was so tense.
Talk about tense. Yeah.
Wow, that right.
And Ben really played up the creeper factor this episode for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
You
it's
know?
so believable to where, like, it really does give you just a bad vibe about him in general. Like, it was hurting my stomach, where I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? Especially like with the knife and that whole thing.
They did such a good job of kind of letting you think, like, all right, this is where he kills her. This is where he kills her. At like multiple moments.
Right.
Or then, maybe he won't kill her, but then she's gonna do something to make himself kill her, you know? So it was just, it was crazy. It was a roller coaster.
They kept us on our toes for sure.
I wanted to get off that ride.
That's what I was like, okay, what's about to happen? Especially with that knife, I was just like,
But the note, I didn't get how that was going to be successful.
I knew that he was going to find it, though. Like, especially when she came back, he was gone. I thought, he's got that.
I thought that she was going to leave the note and then immediately go into the gas station, like,
where's the clerk?
Hey, something's up with the bathroom. Can you go in there and check? You know?
I mean,
but then she probably would have put him at risk too, because in the middle of nowhere, he probably would have killed Kellen and the clerk.
That's true.
Right, but still, I would have been like, okay, let me go to the restroom. Yeah. Then I'm going inside. Give me a pack of Bubblicious or something. and then when the fold the note in the dollar, give it to the clerk. Like, come on, you gotta think about this stuff. Like, I would have been on it.
I like
have
that.
you done this before?
Once or twice.
That was like very detailed.
I like that idea.
Telling you.
Yeah.
I was thinking this whole thing. I'm like, what is she doing?
Right. Because I thought that was ingenious when, you know, the way that she found the pen on that kind of the service log, taking the paper towel, but then it's those little things that get you.
Always.
She was freaking out. She probably just didn't really know how to think in that moment.
Right. And I love the way that she kind of tried to put Ben at ease when
she was smart.
When he revealed, like, look, I know you saw the mask, or when she said, I saw the mask. and she starts saying like, no, this is so honest, this is so brave of you
Right.
to be telling me about
Stroking
all this.
his ego a little bit.
Yeah.
But almost too much to where I was like, at first I was like, yeah, she's really acting, putting up the acting chops, with Ben. But I was like, there are times where she's like, I love you.
Right.
I'll do anything. I'm like, all right, stop.
Well, she's not getting an Academy Award with that performance when she was doing the body language,
Yeah,
right?
she was like,
yes, baby.
You're doing
I
that
love
neck
you."
thing.
Everyone's gotta tell. Oh man.
That was insane.
But then Ben's talking about how the farmer grabbed him and whatnot. I don't
Right.
remember. I feel like he beat up the
yeah,
farmer.
he didn't grab
That
him.
one man.
So he's still twisting. And what I do enjoy about his storyline, as crazy as he is, it's really kind of like painting this picture of how do we handle and deal with people with possible like mental health issues, disorders and whatnot, who are like murderers. It's such a complicated it's like one thing to be a murderer, but then to be a murderer who does have a mental illness of some sort or something.
Sure.
And which Ben could possibly I'm not classifying him as one, but it's he's psychotic.
Right.
Yes, of course.
He's crazy.
And it makes you wonder, in the world of the Purge and the NFFA, where does pleading insanity come into play? I feel like the NFFA would kind of do away with that altogether. They're like, nope, the one toe over the line, you're dying in 364 days.
That's so sad.
But at
It's
the same
crazy.
time, like, despite him being a crazy killer, I felt for him in the episode when he was chasing Kellen. It was almost as if Kellen represented like his sanity, what was left of him.
That was it.
And
That's an
I feel
interesting
bad.
take.
And now that she got
Jamie.
I was like, you should have stabbed his other leg.
That's what I was saying.
That way, when you ran out the car,
No.
he would have even more trouble. Then you do a circle, run back to the car, and that way you can drive
I
your
wouldn't.
ass
I
out.
wouldn't even have done the leg. I would have went right here for the gut.
The jugular.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I
Or
would
the
have. I was
jugular.
thinking of the neck.
Something.
she did
What
twist.
body part would you have slashed? Let us
In
know
our
in the
new
comments.
special
would've-
segment, what
I would've
part would you
went.
slash?
Who would slash?
Went for
I
it
like it.
all.
Operation.
I like how you guys think.
Oh man.
Someone in the live chat, Jess Sheldon, says, "Do you guys think that Kellen, she would survive the ambulance ride?"
Nope, because they were in the middle of nowhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, if Ben had not strangled her.
Right, because I feel like that was it. Honestly, I don't think she would have survived. They were in the middle of nowhere. Also, did anyone else think that the driver was going to be killed by Ben when he
I
hit
thought
Kellen?
so for sure.
I thought
Yeah.
about it, then I was like, oh no, the knife is probably like 200 feet somewhere. And then
that's
I was like,
true.
he probably won't kill him with bare hands, and I would stay in the car if I was him. But
Yeah, because even though they are kind of in the middle of nowhere, they're on like a major.
right.
So I was like, is he watching
Yeah.
this
This
and
whole
him like
happened,
right.
strangle her out?
That was kind of a little
Sir,
bit of
are you
a
okay?
plot hole that I didn't realize, because then there was the time jump, which we'll talk about. But
Yeah,
like,
we'll talk about
what
that.
exactly happened after that? Because
I would've
he
liked
had a
more
stab
detail
wound.
with
He had a
that.
stab. How do you explain that? Like, okay,
Right.
first there's this dead girl who got ran over, and then
Yeah.
this guy, the
Right.
driver. Where did he go?
The driver had to have seen this. She was running
then,
away.
Ben has the stab wound. Like,
Right.
it's kind of messy. It's kind of
and
suspicious.
the autopsy can see that she died of being strangled.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
I was
interesting.
like, this is
But
interesting.
then it's the NFFA
But-
trying to cover it
That's
up.
exactly right. Yeah,
Right.
we saw that
Wow.
when they explained that the farmer died of heat stroke. They're
Right.
covering everything up.
yeah, right. It's crazy.
I wonder if it's just specifically for Ben. Like, is there someone who might know him in the NFAA? That I don't know. It's so
Did you guys
weird.
Did you guys like have a feeling of him like ending the pain for her, or
Yeah.
getting so much satisfaction out of it?
No, I saw it as a mercy killing. I saw, and I think that alongside with what Ollie said, it was kind of the last remnant of like the old Ben,
Yeah,
basically.
that
you
was
know?
it. Done deal.
Yeah, yeah.
gone now.
And so
Done
now, and as we saw, and sorry for anyone that doesn't. I know some people specifically don't watch like the next on segments, but we saw like the head shaven. Like this is gonna be a whole
very
new,
different Ben.
This is gonna be a whole new Ben. But man, yeah, just that mercy killing. I did feel a little bit bad for him. I will say,
because he was
No.
crying.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know what they talking about.
I don't understand.
He was limping.
I felt bad for the old Ben, if that makes sense. The small part of Ben that was still there that went away. But let's talk about the cold open, since that kind of ties in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been loving the cold opens of the show because they kind of build out the
Yeah.
universe in ways that we don't necessarily see
Right.
during the episode. We saw last week Bobby Sheridan's radio show or podcast. I don't know if it was a podcast. same thing, basically. But let's talk about the Merrymakers mask company. Like I love the idea of commodifying the Purge. And for anyone that was at San Diego Comic-Con last year when the Purge premiered, y'all saw Purge City, that kind of that pop-up that they had. And so that's one of the things that I've always thought was so fascinating is this commodification. And then we see that boardroom meeting where they're talking about an LGBTQ friendly Purge mask.
It was a cute mask.
Was cute. I was like, that's
cute. But like, why doesn't anyone make their own mask?
Weird,
like, you can make your own mask.
Right. Have a mask party.
Right.
But also that kind of just goes to show like that's like real life. Like corporate America likes to profit off the LGBTQ community, and then like the next month it's June Pride Month, and then July, nope, bye rainbow.
Right.
But I like that the Purge kind of tackled that in this episode too.
Yeah, because it makes sense. They would be like going after that. Like, okay, how can like
they gotta profit off the Purge?
Yeah,
everything.
Exactly. And I think in the world of the Purge, that's definitely like a huge market. But on YouTube, there's DIYs, there's Pinterest articles like make your own Purge mask.
Right. I'm sure there's got to be something like that.
Exactly. Putting it together on a budget. But yeah, and then they start talking about the campus killer mask, that iconic like the God mask,
Which, although I know it's like this whole corporate America thing, but I thought it was genius that they're like, let's use that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I thought that was genius. It was like they are gonna make a killing off of that.
Yeah.
Which then, it's kind of predictions. I'll save for predictions.
Okay, yeah. But they have that argument over like, do we want to be endorsing a serial killer rather than a Purge killer? You know? It's fascinating to me kind of where those lines lie.
I mean, it's the same thing as like in real life. I mean, they have Ted Bundy masks and like all these crazy things.
Yeah,
so
really.
Like,
that's so true.
it's like the same thing, profiting.
Yeah,
off of.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm very curious. I'll probably do a deep dive on this after the show, but I'm curious because we've seen this God mask in the Purge franchise before. We saw that pop up in Purge Anarchy, and I don't know if it was a mask or if it was face paint. So I'm interested to see the chronology wise, like where everything lies, like if maybe the mask that he found was inspired by whoever wore that mask during the events of that movie. I'm very interested to see. But let's see. Let's talk about Marcus and Michelle here now that
Jamie loves her some Michelle.
Oh yeah.
Now
that we see that the whole neighborhood's out to get Marcus.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I like that he confronts them right off the bat. It reminded me a little bit of the end of the original Purge film, in which like the Sandin family has these neighbors that are kind of out to get them. But even that we don't find out until way later. This, I love that Marcus came straight up to them, like they're having this meeting, and he just straight up just like asked them what's up,
What's going on?
But I like how it was like
Why
the
y'all trying
couple
to kill
showing
me?
up, like the husband and the wife. Like to me, that is power. Like that shows like a married couple sticking together, which I liked. But I thought it was dope. But I still don't trust Michelle. But still,
and it was it was cool though because also it's not like they're gonna do anything to him because it's not Purge Night, so it's not like they're gonna gang up and jump him or whatnot or kill him or purge him. But can you threaten someone on Purge? Like, I'm gonna purge you next Purge.
But that,
like, that's you're threatening people. Like,
that's the thing under NFFA
what's the law
rule.
on that?
Yeah, under NFFA rule, I'm sure a lot of things are illegal that would have been
the
iffy.
kids probably say it to each other. I'm gonna purge
I'm gonna
you.
purge
Oh my god! If people are like gaming online, like I don't know.
I guess so.
Yeah, if people are gaming, every little kid is threatening
purge you, little
every
bitch.
other little kid with purging.
Instead of like cops and robbers, they play Purge and Purges. Like,
Yeah.
what? Like what?
But how important was this? What was the guy's name? The
Clint?
Clint.
Yeah.
Clint.
Yeah.
How important was his wife? Because they all seemed to look up to her like crazy.
The whole
she was
neighbor?
the pillar of the community, of the neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what was her deal?
Right.
I don't know.
Why is she so great?
I don't know. They the only black family there, so I mean,
Exactly. I noticed it
as
too.
anyone else like.
I picked up on it too.
All white people in that neighborhood.
And
besides
his son Darren, I'm like, so now all the black
Right,
kids,
that's all
and
white.
they trying to run them away.
I thought it was gonna be a thing where every part of the of the group like had a different reason, you know?
Right.
Like,
Right, that's what I thought too.
I
Yeah.
didn't think like, wait, you couldn't save this one lady's life, and so now this entire neighborhood is out to kill you?
I don't know. I got major cult vibes from them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's predictions I know, but I just wanted to shout that out because they seem too close together. They were too into whoever Clint's woman was.
Yeah.
There's probably more to that story.
I was about to say
And
something,
none of
but
them
I'm going
even
to
like
save
spoke
it.
Yeah.
up really. It was just still only Clint that spoke. So
Yeah.
clearly he's the leader.
And that's what he even said. He was like, I speak for the group, which like, this guy's gonna be your spokesperson. I guess because because he's the husband. But like, come on, man.
I don't know.
But so we kind of get Darren sort of woven back into the story
Right.
now. You know, up to this point we had seen him interacting with Esme. You know, talking about Professor Adams' case, but now he's kind of woven back in. He's in deep shit with the NFFA to the point where he can't travel over state lines, you know?
Yeah.
We get Clint giving Marcus and Michelle that ultimatum, leave the neighborhood by midnight, and he doesn't even guarantee. He says maybe we'll take the hit off.
Right.
Wow. I would have been like, bye, Darren. No.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah.
I
That
would
was.
have.
What is that? You
Especially when they said to turn around, I would have been like, okay.
But
so...
Jamie, you and I both know that moving is so damn stressful.
Right.
You know,
It
we
is.
have conversations.
But I'm just like, there's nowhere else they can go. No hotels, motels, like
That's not what, like,
downtown.
Wait a little bit, move later.
Right.
It's
You know,
24 hours. Just go away for 24 hours.
Right, that's
come
what I'm
back the
saying.
day after Purge.
Exactly.
And then come back.
And they go right back to their house. They're like, okay.
and have a
Yeah.
house, a going away party.
But
and
I'm
invite the
interested.
neighborhood.
I'm definitely interested on that showdown, though. It's gonna be a showdown.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
and it makes me curious to the point that you made. It makes me curious, in this world, if there would be motels that let you sort of pay in cash, or if the NFFA would have just gotten rid of those wholesale. Like, no, we saw multiple scenes in just this episode where people were asking for ID. So it makes me wonder, like, if that's even more prevalent in this world.
That's crazy.
The fact that the NFFA is always watching. So no, you need ID for everything now. Yeah.
No, I was really proud of Marcus though for standing up. No, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're staying.
That was
there.
great. That was a great moment. Yeah.
That was really good, and it just shows that I think that just kind of like whether you're against the odds or whatever, it's important to stand up for yourself, your family, no matter if the whole neighborhood's against you. It's like, I'm not leaving for
Right.
what.
Yeah.
So that was very powerful, and I'm really interested in seeing next week what's
The
going to go down.
showdown.
'Cause it's going to be crazy.
Right. Oh man. So let's talk about Ryan, Esme, Vivian, this whole saga. What did you guys think?
Well, my predictions, true. Esme and Ryan, they working together. They're really working together now.
Oh yeah, we haven't even got to that montage yet.
But no, like I said, I enjoyed their storyline. I think I got a lot of predictions on them. But Vivian turns out to be okay so far.
So far.
So yeah,
far.
really.
I didn't really trust her from the
There
beginning.
are 3 episodes
But
left.
that whole
and we
Drew
can-
Adams thing, that was smart.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah.
post of the car.
Yeah,
That was yeah.
I literally just pushed that together right now. Genius.
It was genius.
But so we they're working together. We get that kind of tense moment where Ryan's mom has wandered off. They go to find her, and then once again, just like Mrs. Gardner with Kellen, we get these cops that are just insisting on being the nice guys. Like, oh no, we insist. We'll walk you back. You know? So
Anything for a veteran.
exactly.
Anything.
It's like pay. Sometimes it doesn't pay to be a veteran. Let's be
Right.
real. In this case,
Yeah.
for Ryan, because he was.
I'd be like, no, I got it.
But Esme,
exactly.
Right.
Esme did what she had to do.
Yeah,
Right.
she did.
Yeah.
With the wig.
Okay.
That was a good wig.
It
I was
was.
like, oh, she looks good in blonde.
Dirty
Right, come
blonde.
on.
And not only that, but she was proving her worth to the team. I love that when she's using those techniques that she picked up at the NFFA, that
Right.
pattern recognition,
Right.
to help Ryan find his mom. Okay, maybe she's here, maybe she's here.
And she's definitely literally like the missing link that Ryan's been needing in order to be successful with this heist.
Right,
And
right.
I think I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something. I was going to say something. I'll think of it.
Yeah. And so everything seems fine, It seems like they're content to be working together until she finally lets it loose. The fact that she was the one that tagged Tommy,
Yes.
Yeah.
got him locked up.
I think he just realizes at the end of the day he does need her because she
Right.
even found the whereabouts of like the jackals, right?
Right.
Remember that? So like she can dig up some dirt that he isn't able to get himself or his team, Sarah and what's
Doug. Yeah.
They need help. They need someone who's been on the inside in order to be successful.
Right.
Exactly.
Think outside the
I think
box.
that's more important.
I also, when Esme revealed that, I also wasn't sure how, like, if Ryan might potentially purge her just because he was so upset. But I was like, maybe it's not that deep.
No.
Especially since that ending scene that we saw. I'm like, clearly.
And I genuinely, I don't think that the character of Ryan is the purging.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
He's too smart for that.
He
does really have a big heart, it seems like.
Right.
You know? I told you, Ryan was one of my favorite characters.
If we were at a point where Ryan couldn't be trusted, I think we would have seen more by now.
Oh, yeah.
He's as clear cut a good guy as we're gonna see in this show.
He just about his money.
Yeah, exactly. He just wants that one big score, and then he's out.
Well, now he's scoring with Esme, so it's all good.
To that point, let's talk about this montage. We go from 116 days until the purge at the beginning of this episode to 2 days.
What?
Yeah, I'm like, where's this season going? Like,
It was like, just counting down.
yeah.
That's 3 months, right? Can I
That's
do that?
almost 4.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost 4 months, Purge. Come on. we see.
I guess it makes sense. We gotta get closer to Purge now.
We gotta speed it up a little bit.
But man, just like the fact that they go from Ryan kicking Esme out to him like, all right, I changed my mind.
Right.
4 months later, they're not only hooking up, but they're like a happy couple.
Right.
Like
They're
they are
sleeping
straight up
together,
like
smooching.
they are glowing in that bed.
Relationship goals. Right? Am I
And
right,
I'm like,
people?
it's 2 days till Purge and y'all are this happy?
Right.
Like, come on.
But also, it's like Esme's been on the run that long too. That's crazy.
Right.
That's another
Like,
point.
woo.
Yeah, exactly.
They're in a hideout.
Such a sleuth. She's good. She's
Right.
crafty. She's not caught yet.
That's
smart as hell.
it's exactly she's the mole. She knows like you know, even when she was talking about that trap, you know, like if she logs in, they're going to be able to triangulate her position.
Yeah.
But so we get Ryan and Esme together. We see this enormous arsenal that Marcus and Michelle and Darren have put together.
They're ready.
Just chilling.
They're ready for a
fun.
fight. Because, it's not just Clint that's going to be going after him. That's
Yeah.
the whole neighborhood.
Right,
Like,
and they need that, and it's funny. Not really predictions, but I kind of feel like this, like their storyline is kind of gonna. It like reminds me of the first Purge, but yet they have like all the weapons they need, whereas the
Right.
family in the first Purge didn't have anything.
they didn't
Right.
have,
Right.
They had what's his face? Who's the dad?
Ethan Hawke,
Ethan
James
Hawke.
Brandon,
They had
Ethan
Ethan
Hawke,
Hawke,
yeah.
and he held his own. But
Right.
I mean, it'll be really interesting to see how that unfolds.
exactly. That family, they only had the weapons that they took from that group that was
Literally.
trying to purge him.
But they got everything they need apparently.
Yeah,
I
they
saw
had-
that arsenal.
I mean, they had
Right.
160 whatever days to prepare, so you know.
Part of me wondered, like, would Michelle and Marcus use it on each other, or can we trust them together as a couple for sure?
Right.
Because I like that she's standing behind him, but at the same time, she did tell lies. We still don't really trust her character, so I'm like, where is that gonna go?
Right. So we Ryan and Esme are together. It seems like they're ready. Marcus and Michelle are as ready as they're gonna be.
Ben. Good old Ben.
Where did we leave off with Ben after the montage? He was just kind of.
He was just chilling,
He was
walking,
just-
saw
he
his mask being
Yeah.
sold.
Yeah,
Right.
And he
that's
looked
why.
so happy.
I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if that was in the episode or the next on. But yeah, you're right.
Wait, did you think he was happy? I couldn't tell.
I definitely thought I saw a smile.
Yeah, I thought I
Okay.
saw a grin of like inspiration
All right.
and like,
Like,
oh,
oh,
I
wow.
started something.
Okay,
Yeah,
you know?
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why. I'll save it for predictions, but I thought it's something differently for some reason.
That's
Yeah.
like, I mean, then all these, like a lot of murderers, killers, psychopaths, they want to be honored some way, shape, or
That's
form. So this
true.
is like his way of like, wow, I'm being honored.
Right.
Yeah, because that's very true. Because serial killers don't really like exist in this world.
Right.
Because it's like you can't kill. Well, we're not supposed to kill.
Well,
Right.
that's why they're so kind of quote unquote demonized because it's like no, the purge is for that. You never kill any other
Right.
time. That's why we have the purge.
Exactly.
But yeah, I feel like, and that's what I love about the actor that plays Ben, Joel Allen. I loved that it was so subtle, but just the hint of a grin, the fact that it says God right across the forehead, he's playing God. And so if he's going to inspire this whole other generation of purgers and or killers, I think he's pumped. I think
yes.
Okay, I like
and then
this.
you know what?
No, I like
I'll
this.
save it for predictions.
We always, you know us, we want to get those predictions out.
It makes me wonder if maybe he was kind of rethinking it after Kellen's death, and maybe this kind of relit that spark.
Yeah.
Right.
And how many people has he purged in that span of 100 and what days? Like, you can't even,
Right.
I wonder how many people.
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if maybe he stepped away. Like maybe Kellen dying kind of made him sort of rethink it, and then seeing that mask is what reawakened what was inside of him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Good point, though.
Hit us up with those theories. So yeah, a lot happened in this episode. Ollie, if you will,
yes.
take us into
Yes. Welcome to our special segment of
emergency broadcast system.
Thank you.
Announcing commencement of the annual purge.
You know, I always get ahead of myself, everyone. But welcome to Purge or Purify. So basically, in this episode, I'm really interested for you guys to what's your thoughts on this episode. Would you purge or purify in this episode? And if you're tuning in live or later, let us know, would you purge or purify in this episode? And what would you purge or purify? Because I'm really interested. A lot happened, but I think I would purge that whole damn neighborhood. I'm sorry. There's something up with them. They're creepy. What's it? Clint, Craig, Clint, whatever your name is. Clint, your name is Clint. I don't trust you. Mad dogging the whole family, and I just don't trust that neighborhood at all. And what would you guys do in this episode?
I have two. I would purge Ben just because I'm over him.
I
really wanted Kellen to purge him and just get it over. I want her to kill him. Well, I guess I wouldn't be purged. So I want her to literally just kill him and get it over with. And maybe someone will cover her murders. But I would actually purify Kellen because I would want to revive her just so that she could still expose Ben and possibly purge him.
Because that's good. But also, I just thought of this, maybe Kellen didn't want to kill him. Because then it's I have to suffer the repercussions of, purging someone myself. So that's hard for her.
It's
you want to be like, girl, step it up. But at the same time, she doesn't want to suffer those consequences.
Right. And it makes me feel so bad for the fact that the last thing that she saw was, her boyfriend becoming this monster.
It's crazy.
And he's strangling her for her last breath. It's just sad.
Oh,
right.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
That was hard to watch.
Yep, you took mine, Ty.
It's hard to say. As we get later in the season, it gets harder and harder. Oh boy, man. I might purge the Merrymaker masks boardroom.
They didn't seem like allies. I'm like, these are not fake allies.
They're just want money.
Yeah, exactly. Corporations are performative enough as it is. In the purge, it's gonna get even worse.
For real. Yeah. Thank you. I love this. I love this.
Exactly. But Danny, do you have some purge news and gossip for us?
I do.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Hey. So, according to Screen Rant, so we talked about the next Purge movie that's coming out in 2021 summer. They mentioned that. Funny that you brought it up. This episode, chronologically, we will learn a lot of things.
Okay.
Where inspirations of the masks, inspirations of the day, and then we'll be they also mentioned. The NFFA, who actually started the Founding Fathers, and then how it went about of legalizing it, and this whole thing of prisoners being tested on. So we're gonna see a lot of that.
Right.
So Marissa Tomei wasn't the only baddie. It was
Exactly.
Wonder what happens in the jails too.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're gonna learn a lot of stuff about
they're
the prisoners and
overpopulated.
because I believe they tested on first. So
Gotcha.
But I'm excited for the movie. I think it's gonna bring it. It's really gonna bring it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. We also recently found out some casting information
Hey.
about the next Purge film. Just dropped yesterday. But they're bringing in Will Patton, who people might know from Armageddon.
Yes.
A little bit back in the day, and also Cassidy Freeman, if there are any Righteous Gemstones fans out there. They're going to join the already announced cast of Ana de la Reguera and Tena Huerta in this Purge movie, which will apparently be exploring kind of more of a rural setting. So I'm interested because we've seen so much in the movies and in the show in the city and in the urban landscape. So the rural location could be.
That's gonna be interesting.
I said that last season. I wonder what goes on in the rural.
Yeah, right.
I swear, go back and season 1 after show and AfterBuzz TV. I said that. I wonder what happens in the rural area.
Cow.
I'm gonna find that clip.
Get my hanger.
That's hilarious.
Rant's done.
Well, with our remaining time, guys, we've been talking about it all episode. Let's get into some predictions.
Hey.
TV prediction.
There it is. What are we thinking?
I think I already said it. I think kind of like Marcus and Ben are kind of gonna go in like a different opposite route of the Purge number 1, where like it was an invasion, but they got all the tools they need to take on the neighborhood, and the neighborhood is toast basically. I think they're dead, but I don't know. Jamie brought up a good point. Are Ben or not Ben?
Not Ben.
Michelle. You said Marcus and Ben. I'm like, wait a minute.
Ooh, twist.
Twist.
Are Marcus and Michelle going to end up purging each other? That's a really good question that you brought up. And then I think Vivian's going to die.
Yeah.
I think she knows too much already.
Yeah.
And then I actually think that sorry, I'm going on. I think Ben is gonna like run into one of our characters, another character.
Yeah.
And speaking of Ben, I think I always kind of thought that he was mad at the masks because like maybe he's being overshadowed that like that was his identity.
Interesting.
And we're seeing a new Ben, so I kind of took it as like maybe he's like trying to do something new because he's being overshadowed. Everyone wants to become him, so he's finding a new identity.
The fact that maybe he wants the credit now.
Yeah, maybe I'm completely wrong. He just seems different, like so different.
Yeah. Jamie, what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Starting with Ben, I think that when he sees these masks, he is going to be like just really into himself and everything that he has created, being a god, I guess. But I think that he will want the spotlight and that he actually might tell on himself. Because sometimes, some villains, they get so into themselves, they're like, well, I'm the one that started this. I don't know, that's far-fetched, but we'll just say that.
Sure.
With Michelle and Marcus, something just tells me, like, it's going to go down. And who knows, maybe, with the other person that tried to run over Marcus, Sam, it's just, there's some iffy areas with that to where I just don't trust it. And there was one more. I did Ben, Esme and Ryan. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure, but I'm just
them.
wondering, like, with Tommy, is he going to get out? Is there going to be some big showdown with the prison?
Right.
That we'll see, that will segue into when the movie comes out in next year. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I stand by my prediction weeks ago. Esme and Ryan will get Tommy out on Purge Night.
Right.
And Marcus and Michelle and Darren, NFFA is going to send people to get Darren. So they have to watch out for the neighbors as well as the NFFA on Purge Night. So that's going to be interesting. And then also Ben, I think with you, he's going to start a cult.
Interesting.
Wow,
The Purge loves their cults.
Yes, they do.
we had talked about earlier about if there's this sort of cult mentality in the neighborhood, and all it does is make me think about the Blue Cult from season 1.
Yeah.
The Blue Crew.
Bring back the Blue Crew.
I was like, was that Clint's wife? No.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was
She was
thinking
a
about.
little
I was like, that's probably not.
What a twist that would be. I feel like everything's going to come together. I mean, obviously, we've got 3 episodes left. I feel like maybe Esme and Ryan, since Esme had a connection with Darren, they might maybe join up with Marcus and Michelle. It might be all of them on one side, the neighborhood on the other side. We've got the NFFA contingent. Maybe Ben joins up with them somehow. Who knows? There's a whole lot. I do feel like Vivian's not long for this world because of Curtis. So we'll see you guys. Tweet us those series. Hit us up on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, on iTunes. Let us know about your theories, no matter how wild they are. Guys, where can we find you?
Yes, I'm Ollie Jordan. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ollie Dreamer over this wonderful Thanksgiving holiday break.
Oh,
yeah.
ooh.
Ooh, I like that.
Right.
Have a happy Thanksgiving. You can find me on Twitter at It's Jamie Gray or on Instagram at Jamie Gray, JAIMI.
There it is.
Hey, and And you can find me everywhere at I am Danny Royce. Also, next week, inside the Black Actors Studio. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
There it is. You can find me on all forms of social media at Ty Matthews PMA, as well as Tuesday afternoons on XPOC12360. But hit us up with those theories. We've only got 3 episodes left. We'll be right back here, same time, same channel, talking about episode 8 next week. But until then, stay safe.
Purge you later.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.